This is Mr. Mums, the parenting podcast that's as real as the mess in your living room, but way more fun.
Hosted by us,
Demi Duncan
and Melinda Baxter, the proud inventors of the Missta formula feeding safety thermos.
We're here to share unfiltered life updates, parenting stories and advice.
Plus, the chaos that comes with juggling 7 children between us while running a business.
So grab a coffee or whatever keeps you going and join us for a laugh.
Because let's face it, we're all just figuring it out. It's the first episode back.
Full disclosure though, I was genuinely thinking, are we even going to keep doing the pod?
Yeah, I know. You got like a bit negative towards the end.
Well, I just wanted to have more structure with it, and I actually wanted to use it and promote it and just, I don't know, do more with it.
And have we come in with more structure? No.
Well, we have.
Just like a little bit
We've got
more
a new
structure.
intro that everyone
Yes.
just would have heard. Anyway, Mr. Mums is back. We have both agreed to strip back a layer and become a little bit more vulnerable. Talk a little bit more in depth. I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job so far, 2 seasons.
My mum says, she's like, oh, that's the only way I learn about you and your life. And like 95% of my friends say that too, because I'm like, don't talk to, you know, when you like just don't have time to
those
like
in-depth
catch up with
conversations.
people. Yeah.
I always say that too, like some of my friends that I don't see or hardly see, I see them and they're like, yeah, well, I heard that on the pod. And I'm like, it's really unfair that I have a podcast and you don't, because like I don't know anything about you.
That's it. Maybe everyone should have a podcast.
Yeah.
When my friend was overseas, she was like, it was the best way for her to like feel like she had like caught up with me.
Yeah.
She was just like,
Yeah,
I just went for a walk and then listened to Melinda.
Yeah. So I think we'll start off with our 5K day.
Yes.
Because that starts this weekend.
Yes.
And we've both been talking a lot about like getting on a bit of a weight loss journey, not to
lose weight because we feel like we have to fit into society. It's just I want a breast reduction.
I want to lose weight.
And
end of.
No, yeah, same with me. Like
Yeah, but
on a scale, what we were talking about the other day, on like a scale on is it the BMI?
Yeah.
Well, I was overweight.
Yeah, I'm overweight too.
Yeah. So just to be the healthiest version of ourselves. And that's fine.
Yes, but I did speak a lot at the end of season 2, and I'm like, yes, I know I was postpartum, but I'm like, I don't like the way my body looks.
Yes.
So like this is no shock that I want to
Lose weight.
lose a bit of weight.
Yeah. That's fine.
And it's just really hard because I'm just such a whiner and a diner.
You don't wine and dine 24/7. Like you wine and dine maybe, I'm going to say tops twice a week.
Yeah, that's a lot though.
Once a week. I know, but that's only like 6 hours in 1 week. You've got you've got the rest of your week. So it's not that much. It shouldn't affect your like actual weight. If you wine and dine every single night.
My sister says to me, Demi, just don't drink and you'll lose weight. And I'm like,
you see,
it's not that easy.
No, for me, it's like, because Aaron was like, oh, why don't you do like dry March? And I'm like, because I don't drink enough that it affects, like, I'd cut it out. I wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
You might notice.
I would absolutely notice.
But if I had to do a sugar-free, that would cook me. Like if I had to do sugar-free for a month, like
you have to do
refined sugar. Oh, that would cook me.
Yeah.
Like, but if I had to do sugar-free for a month of like just no refined sugars, is that what or added sugar?
Which is like no sugar.
Yeah.
Like you can have fruit.
Honey?
That's a bit dramatic.
That's relevant. But that would be really challenging for me.
Yeah. So we wanted to start off the year getting a bit healthier, effectively.
Yeah. It wasn't my news. I didn't get any news resolution.
No, neither. I just rang Mel one day and I said, Tracy's doing 5K day, which backstory back in March 2023, we completed our first ever 5K day in the mix of doing baby expos. We went to Perth to do a baby expo where we flew to Perth, set up the baby expo and then walked back to where we were staying because that's how we had to get our 5K day in.
Yeah. It was literally like no excuses unless your legs were chopped off.
Yeah. You had to do it.
Yeah.
We did a mixture of walking and running. So like sometimes we were like, nah, let's just walk. And then other times we jogged. And it literally helped us move every single day. And it's amazing what your body can achieve just from moving every day.
And how much time you actually have, and you can physically fit in 45 minutes per day as much as you don't think you can. Like you can.
Yeah. 45 minutes is a quick walk, but like if you've got a pram or like kids and stuff, it's a bit longer.
Do you know what? I remember my first ever like 5 kilometers and I was like, not a chance. That is so long. I can't what? I've got to walk this long every single day, and it felt so daunting. But then it just became like easier and easier and easier and easier.
Yeah. We did run quite a bit, I reckon.
Yeah. No, this was a walk when I did it, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not walking that much.
Whereas I don't feel like I'll run as much as we did back then.
No, I'm happy to just walk the whole 5K this time.
Like it's all about just completing 5K, like getting your steps in. So we got a Facebook page that we're all going to like chat in, report back in.
Motivate each other.
Yeah. And we came to this conclusion because we were like, A, wanted to lose a bit of weight, but also B, we want boob reductions.
Yeah. And
which, do you know what? It's really hard for people to understand, I reckon, the size of seeing us through a camera. So I've got a I
was going to be like that's
okay,
all.
There's probably going to be creeps watching this on YouTube.
Well, it's quite big. My bra size 10G.
Yeah, I'm at 12F.
G. When I get pregnant and have like if I'm
Zs.
breastfeeding, I'm like a new alphabet.
Yeah.
Like just Melinda's bra size alphabet.
What tipped me over the edge recently was I've got a wedding this weekend and I ordered 4 size 12 or a large dress.
Yeah.
So they were either a size 12 or a size large. And I could only get one on. 3 of them didn't do up. Oh. And I was like, no, I'm not saying, I don't care about what size you are or what size I am, but I'm like, my body is a size 14 to a size 12 to a size 10, mate. No, not an 8. 10 in my legs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need a breast reduction.
Yeah. It's like out of balance.
I'm so out of balance.
Yeah. And not only that, like it just digs in
everything.
So much here. You can't just buy like, you know how people go like, oh, it's just like a $20 bra.
Yeah.
No, my bras have to remortgage my house.
And some people have big boobs. Like Kirsty in our office has big boobs, but she hasn't had kids. So that's just a different boob. Like she'll like message me and be like, oh, wear this top. And I'm like, I can't wear that top.
Yeah.
Like your boobs sit different to mine.
Wear this boob tube. Yeah. Wear this bralette. Oh, that's a nipple cover. I might as well get tassels on and perform the can.
So anyway, that's when it's not a New Year's resolution. It's not like a goal or anything. We're doing 5K day to like get back into a bit of semi-weight loss journey.
Yeah.
And we're very aware it's a long-term thing. We want to actually put the effort in for about 12 months and then see how we're sitting, because then we'll look at getting our boobs reduction.
Yeah, the only thing is like lifestyle, complete lifestyle change. And I seriously, before I did 5K day, like I didn't know how much I wasn't moving.
Yeah.
I can't believe how like stagnant I was.
Yeah.
So like I think that's just the most important thing, like just to just show you like, hey, you can move a lot more.
Yeah.
And that's what I learnt from it. And ever since then I've been doing like exercising, at least 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And that's it. And again, not strenuous exercise. You don't have to be like cooking yourself.
Yeah.
But just walking every single day.
So school went back today.
We've
got grade 2s and then our little preppies start next week, which is exciting. I will say I actually enjoyed the school holidays. Like we did some really fun things.
I'm ready to chime in with like,
and I actually like I'm so ready for everyone to go back. Don't get me wrong. But we did some really fun things and it didn't seem as long as going into them. I was like, fuck, the kids are home for so long. And yeah, but mind you, we went to WA, which was just amazing. We had the best holiday.
How long were you there for?
12 days or 12 nights, something. And we were down south in Dunsborough for more than half of it, and it was just divine down there. And then back up to Perth, and yeah, we had a great time. And then we got a caravan and went down to Port Arlington for a few nights. So we just did some fun things. Like the kids did school holiday activities of like swimming lessons. Scarlett went to a couple of team kids days that she loves going to. So it was great.
I felt like I was just the grumpiest human all holidays, like the grumpiest mum. I would just yell at my kid. They just didn't know how to play with each other, especially like because Leo's like the most, he just stirs his sisters up and then they sook. So it's just like chaos of just learning how to play together that intensely the whole time. And he just wants to wrestle and they're just like, no. I want to like plait hair.
Yeah.
Except Penelope woke up one day and was like, I want to be a boy today. And then her and Leo got on like a house on fire because she was playing with him the way he wanted to play. So she dressed like him, wore his clothes. Anyway, but no, my school holidays, like we went away. So we went like camping, like full, no reception. It was at a caravan park in a tent, 5 of us in there. which was fine. But we went away with some friends, and that was so good.
Yeah.
Coming home, like I had to like, you know, when you're coming back to normal life, like as in like I was so tired. So I napped a lot through these school holidays as well. But no, I was just really grumpy, and I was just like, I feel bad saying it, but it was like crawl to the finish line. I was like, hurry up, school. Let's hurry up. And I love routine, and I hate being out of routine.
Yeah. You're very structured. Like
yeah.
We've spoken about it before, but don't love a lot of change. Like you love like your
yeah, I like
set.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as saying I'm rigid, but like I just like routine. And then when things are out of routine, I can handle it, but I'm just like I need routine. Like I just enjoy
I
it.
feel like I need routine coming home from holidays, like coming up from WL. I'm like, all right, I'm excited to get back. And then I was like, I'm actually not, because we've got no routine. Like we were waking up at like 8:30 when we got home, and we're just like strolling out of bed. And like I loved the slow mornings with the kids. It was just like watch TV, stay in our pajamas till 10 o'clock. If we didn't leave the house till midday, it was fine. So I kind of just embraced that side of things.
We were still up. Everyone was still up at our house at 6 a.m. like we'd be going to school. One thing I wish I did do these school holidays, which I didn't do, was like set out a lunchbox for the kids each day, or just something like that, like have food set out that's what they can have for the day, because the whole day they're just climbing up in the cupboard.
Yeah. I did lunchbox one day when the kids were in the playroom, and they thought it was like the best. No, they ate it all in one sitting. But they loved they thought it was so cool, the idea of just getting a lunchbox. Yeah. And then the next day they were like, can we have another lunchbox again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you've never done like put Leo into like a Cali Sports or
we
like
asked him if he wanted to. He didn't want to.
But I don't ask her. I just say, I've booked you into this. Or I tell Ollie, I'm like, all right, you're doing a Kick Academy day.
No, he actually didn't. And it wasn't like every day was filled with something. This is the thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's filled with him playing with other kids. Him playing with like boys out on like them doing a science project with other kids, not his sisters.
Anyway, like it was just like a long holiday. So I reckon every school holidays I'm like, I'm doing the next one differently. But I thought like with Christmas, like that was so exciting. I hosted Christmas for the first time.
Yeah, but I think that period was great. It's then like the 1st of Jan rolls around and then you got a whole month.
Oh, and how's that period between Christmas and New Year's where you're like
wild.
So tired.
What day is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That was when we were in WA, and that was, I think, a really great time to be away.
Game changer.
Yeah. Another little life update. Parker started crawling. He's 10 months old.
So exciting.
I don't know if that's late, early, whatever. I don't care.
How old is he? 10 months.
10 months.
I don't know.
And we have naturally transitioned from going from, you know, when they wake up, you give them a bottle or feed them or however, like milk. I'm just saying milk.
Have that anymore?
We do food.
Oh, like solid straight off the bat.
And then we do a bottle like half an hour before bed.
So how many bottles is he having a day?
So 3. So he'll get up in the morning, have toast, Wheat Bix, and then about half an hour before his nap, he has a bottle, has a nap, wakes up, has a snack, lunch, has a bottle before his nap.
Yeah.
Wakes up, has a snack, dinner, has a bottle before dinner. Bed.
So he's having essentially 2 naps a day now.
Yep, 2 naps a day.
That will morph into 1.
Yeah, it won't morph into 1 for a while. I remember, like, it's still. There's no way he could survive on 1 nap anytime soon.
I recall my kids changing to 1 nap after the age of 1.
Yeah, I remember Ollie starting 3-year-old kinder and Archie still having 2 naps a day when I had to pick him up at.
Yeah.
So I'm still like a few months off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a different. It's more work because it's like wake up in the morning instead of just like milk's just so easy.
Yeah, I know.
But we've done that transition and I'm like, wow, we're just growing up over here.
That's so good. Well, my child update is I still can't toilet train Penelope overnight. She's waking up like I tried for so long. Like every single morning I was changing the bed sheets because it was just drenched for like a month maybe. Nothing's changed. Valerie, on the other hand, I said to her, you're not allowed to wear in bed tonight because I actually ran out of nappies. I only had 1 left and I'm like, do I give it to my 3-year-old or my 5-year-old? I'll have to give it to my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Because she wets just wheeze so much. And then I didn't put a nappy on Valerie. Then I go, you're not allowed to wee. And she hadn't wet for like probably a week. And I was telling my friend that you not.
And then she weed.
Yesterday, last night, woke up 5 a.m. this morning. Because I was like, you don't lose any sleep. Nah, you just tell them and they won't wee. It's so easy. And then
I haven't even done that with Archie. I still put a nappy on him at night.
Yeah. Nah.
But this is
that
how it
was good.
Penelope, like I'm like.
Is it hormones? Like what is it?
No, because Leo was still in a nappy at this age.
Leo changed.
Like you didn't try with Leo for so long.
I think he was in primary school, like
he was in prep.
Well, he was in prep.
You hadn't even thought about it going into prep. I remember saying to you, going into prep, like, why haven't you even tried? He's going into prep. Like, what if kids say anything to him at school about wearing nappies?
He'd lie. I've heard Penelope lie to people.
Oh, I'm like, I don't, whether they lie or not, I remember saying that to you and you're like, it's just too hard basket.
Yeah, because I didn't want to disrupt my sleep. I love sleep.
Lol. Anyway, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. She'll get there.
But like, I listened to her talking to like other kids. She's like, "Do you wear a nappy to bed?" And they're like, "No." And she's like, "Neither do I." And I'm like, I don't want to chime in and be like, "You're a dirty liar."
Yeah,
like,
no, don't.
I obviously never would. That's so embarrassing for her. I just go along with it.
Yeah,
but like, it's aware, it's on her radar. But now I'm in a position like I can't pay too much attention to Valerie not doing it and celebrating that because I'm like, is it rubbing it into Penelope's face? Like me being like, yay, Valerie, no wheeze. And then she's just there like, oh, like she drinks as much water like I've had her checked for diabetes because she just drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks. So I don't know.
Nah, she'll just do it in her own terms. But like just keep talking about it.
Yeah.
You just keep talking about it. Like you say it to both the girls before bed. Archie won't poo on the toilet. Like absolutely will not.
Yes.
Actually can't get him to. He won't remotely even. Well, if he's sitting on there, I'm basically like
holding him off,
holding him down. I've done every bribe you could ever imagine. It was 9 o'clock one night, and I'm like, we will go to Kmart right now if you poo on the toilet, and I will buy you whatever you want.
He has once though. I think he told me.
Did it at my sister's house because he knew that there were no nappies there.
Yeah.
Whereas having Parker at home, he just goes and says, "Parker's nappy, Parker's nappy."
How is that going to stop? Like I can't fathom it. It's so annoying.
It's so annoying. The most I've been able to get him to do is sit on the toilet with a nappy on, but poo. Yeah.
Why don't you cut a hole in the nappy? Like sit him on the toilet with a nappy on, have a hole in the nappy and he'll go through it.
Yesterday I think he really felt like he needed to go and he ran to it himself and it was no pressure. He was playing outside with Ollie and Ollie like went in there with him. He didn't actually do it. But that's the first time he's ever done that. So I'm like, we're just going to keep talking about it. Same with Penelope. Just keep talking about it. And then like, hopefully one day it just clicks in and it'll.
She keeps saying to me, she's like, "Mum, I didn't wet the bed last night." And I'm like, "You're wearing a nappy." Like, I'm not going to praise you for that. You're wearing a nappy. Sometimes she wees so much it goes through the nappy.
Yeah. Like, okay. Are you doing pull-ups or nappies?
Pull-ups.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull-ups aren't very
I'm absorbent. I know, but I'm like, I can't. She doesn't fit in the nappies.
Yeah.
Like, she's big. Like,
Anyway,
there's worse things, but like
there are. Yeah. And it's something at home too. It's overnight. Like it's,
Well, it's more just for her. Like she'll be so excited when she like finally can.
Yeah, and she will. Yeah. She absolutely will. We've decided to bring in a new segment called the Uncomfortable Challenge.
You can guess whose idea this was not my idea.
Well, I was just trying to think of ways and feedback. Everyone can give us feedback. I want more in-depth topics. Like I don't want to just chin wag. I find it boring. Correct me if I'm wrong, people.
But the biggest feedback we get is, "I just love you guys like chatting. I just listen to it
it's so boring
while I'm cleaning." But you're probably self-critical
Anyway, I just wanted to have a bit like if just fun things. We're still talking shit.
Are we doing an uncomfortable challenge today?
No, I want to set it like we got to go back and think about it because
Yeah.
So I want to bring in a segment where we bring in this uncomfortable challenge and it's not something like
you have to walk on Scorpions.
Like just because Mel and I know each other so well, we want to talk about things that like are going to make us feel, I don't know, put us out of our comfort zone.
Like I'd say to Demi, you can't wear activewear for an entire week.
I don't think I'd survive. What am I supposed to exercise in? Or you just mean like dress? Like
you can't wear athleisure.
Yeah. Still don't think I'd survive. Things, or the things that I've thought of I can't say because I actually want to do it.
I'm actually doing that one for you. That's probably going to be your first one, to be honest.
Well, one of your ones is going to be you can't do your hair. You have to wear natural for a whole week.
For a day?
No, a week. You can't put any type of iron or hairdryer on it.
Can I use heatless curls or heatless things?
You can't do anything. Just get out of the shower with your hair wet and leave it. You can brush it.
Nah. That's just people will be like, who's your business partner? Hagrid. Like, just no.
Anyway, we'll talk more in depth, but these are the types of things we're going to try and think of.
Aaron would divorce me.
He loves your natural hair.
I would not film myself for a whole week.
He loves your natural hair.
I don't
You've told
care.
me that.
He's got bad taste in women, I reckon.
He loves your natural hair.
I don't care. It's not about Aaron. It's about...
Anyway, I'm just telling you one of my ideas.
Yours is going to be you have to wear makeup every single day for a week and like get fully done, and you have to do your hair every day for a week. So the week that I'm not doing my hair for the week, you have to do your hair for a week.
I don't have time to do my hair every day.
I don't care. I don't have time to look in the mirror and hate my life because my hair's natural. Oh, God. Okay.
Anyway.
Dreading this. But
these are types of things that we want to chat about, do, and then kind of like peel back a layer as to why it's – I'm not saying an insecurity because me not wearing athleisure wear is not an insecurity, and you not like, doing your hair is not an insecurity. It's like you enjoy doing it, and it's easier for me to do.
Through COVID, I didn't wear my hair. I just didn't do my hair. But that's because like you were bound to your house.
Yeah.
And no one could see me.
Yeah. So anyway, we need to start thinking about that because in the next episode that we record, we're going to come in with one each.
Uncomfortable challenge each.
Yeah.
And if there's anything from us that you guys want to hear or topics or anything like that, we are absolutely all ears.
Yeah. Formula feeding doesn't have to be hard.
Meet the Missta bottle, a 750ml high-quality thermos with an inbuilt thermometer and safety light system designed by parents for parents.
Missta has completely removed the stress for you and makes formula feeding safe and convenient.
Trusted by over 30,000 parents, Missta ensures your baby's formula is at a safe temperature for 12 hours.
Ready to make feeding time a breeze? Visit www.missta.com.au or on Instagram at Mr_babythermos. I really, really want everyone's best mother-in-law stories.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. I think I'll do a question box or like a story where I want people to just write in, and I'm going to read out two of my favorites. Mel can read out two of her favorites because I want to dive into them and like lol about them. Because I think everyone,
story.
Your best mother-in-law story.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't mean to sound it means to be bad, but just like your best story.
Yeah.
Like you just like a story that you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I can't wait to hear that.
And then I think we'll just maybe try and think of ours.
Yeah. And we are trying to include our listeners a lot more. So we will be coming more to you guys and asking more questions. And really trying to be a bit more interactive this year in the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like we owe it to our community and our listeners to be able to have their voice and their say in our episodes as well. So I think that's a really exciting way to go.
Like we're very grateful to even have a podcast that people even listen to. So
I know.
So I still.
How funny is it when you bump into someone and they're like, "Listen to your podcast." And
someone messaged me on Instagram yesterday, the other day. My dad's cousin.
Hang on, your dad's cousin,
kid,
child. Your dad's cousin. So your second cousins.
Well, are they second cousins or third?
So his child is your third cousin.
Yeah. So the child's my third cousin.
Yeah.
Anyway, her name's Erin, and she's like, "Hey, I listened to the podcast and I remember you mentioning where you hide things from when you went on a Noosa holiday." And I'm like, "You listen to the podcast?
Aren't we related?"
I'm like, "What?" It just baffles me when people listen to the podcast. I can't.
Yeah.
It still baffles me when I see a Missta bottle in the wild.
Same. I saw one at the zoo the other day.
I saw one at Kick Academy the other day.
Oh my God. You know when we were at that sandwich restaurant the other day?
Yeah.
A girl messaged, she goes, "I saw you guys there.
Oh
I had my Missta bottle with me."
Oh my God.
I know. And she goes, "Did you hear a glass smash? Did you hear a glass smash when we were there?"
I think so, yeah.
That was her child.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyway.
I saw one at Kick Academy yesterday and I was like, I don't know how to act. I act like I don't see them. I just am going about my day, drinking my coffee like I can't see it. I can see it. Yeah. I can absolutely see it. Same. I just don't know how to act around people with a Missta bottle.
Same. It's so like elephant in the room. Like I'm really aware of your presence.
Yeah.
Like we're not at that point where we're like, it's like carpet where it's just everywhere. And we're like, oh yeah, I invented that carpet.
And we brought out a colour.
Oh my God, yes.
So good.
Beige. The biggest feedback from that is the amount of messages we've had of people saying, "I need another baby now."
Yeah.
Or this just makes me want to have another baby. I'm like, it's kind of sad.
And it's just, it took a long time. Like people would throw comments around being like, bring out colours. Like, it's not that easy.
No.
Like, a minimum order quantity for a colour is like 10,000 units.
Literally.
Just for us to do a brand new colour. Like, we can't do that.
We've got a massive manufacturer. Like,
yeah.
Huge. Well, the bigger the company usually means the bigger the orders have to be.
Yeah.
So that's hard for a growing young business.
Yeah,
like,
it's
we want
so
to try
hard.
and like pivot more.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really, it makes us less nimble.
Yeah. But we're so happy with the beige. We went through an extensive like sampling period of like yay, nay, yay, nay. And then it actually wasn't until we went live on the gram to get everyone's feedback. And I'm like, why the fuck don't we do this more often?
Oh,
like, why is everything a secret? Like, we've always tried to keep things as a secret. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a secret.
No.
Let's talk to people about it. Let's talk to everyone about it and discuss what we're doing and why we're doing it, and then get feedback and then be like, decision made.
Not only that, from the people that are actually going to be handing over their money.
Yeah.
We want to know what you want.
And also the people that have loved Missta and their Mr. Black Missta bottle. Like, if they're saying they would love it, it's like, well.
Totally. But the colour we were going to go with isn't the colour. When we put it to Instagram, everyone was like, go that colour. And we're just like, oh my God. Like, I was literally one email away from being like, just confirming this, so confident of that other colour.
Yeah.
That of the cream colour, the light, like cream colour, which was still very loved, but like just not.
I think we'll do cream next.
Definitely. Like, it was nice.
Yeah. I think we'll do cream next.
Cream next.
And it wasn't like white.
No. It was like.
Because cream is like,
cream. Very different to the colour we released. But yeah, even the colour process took so long. Like so long. So.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's coming so soon. And then we randomly got like how many? 35 or something the other day.
Yeah. And so we put them on the web. Like, classic us, don't do any planning, or like, Mel's like, I've been listening to podcasts where people do like full-blown product launches and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's not us.
Or I can just bring my kids in and we'll just do a live and we'll just chuck them on the website right now. That's pretty much like.
And that's literally, you sounded like a bogan. Is that what I
did
sound?
it on purpose. No, you don't. I sound so much more bogan than you, I reckon. Like, my voice is so Australian.
So that's just how we roll over here. Anyway, they're actually arriving mid to late Feb. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting because we've still got a few black ones here that we need to
work through.
So to kind of be like, we'll have beige and
the black,
but not the new logo black.
Yes, because we've got a new logo as well, which it's just like a thicker font essentially.
Yeah, but it's a bolder logo. Like it's a new.
I think it's bolder, like modern.
I love it. Like, I honestly love it, and it might not mean a lot to other people, but as business owners, like, it was a big thing.
Yeah,
and like, I actually love it.
Yeah,
so much. Now I look at my two Missta. Someone asked me the other day, how many Missta bottles do you have at home? I'm like, so many. I actually put the two black ones together, and I was just like, I love it.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. One other thing that we were speaking about the other day, our intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
So Mel says like the most random things sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking like that? Like, she said, we're walking back to my car to have a meeting and she couldn't see her car. She's like, I think my car's been stolen.
No, if I can't see my car where I think it's parked, my first thought is, oh my God, someone's stolen it.
And I'm like, why do you think like that? Like, but then we got on the topic of intrusive thoughts and I was like, actually, what
get them
was
all the
mine?
time. Your
I get them
intrusive thought was you
all
thought
the
your
time.
dad was going to get bashed.
Well, my dad was staying at my house one night because he went to Melbourne and he was like, I'll just get the train home and I'll walk to your house. I mean, it's not a close walk. It's like it would take him half an hour because he walks so slow.
Why wouldn't you just get an Uber?
Because he's old school.
Oh.
He's like, like.
Yeah.
And I woke up at midnight and I knew he wasn't home and I was thinking, oh my God, what if he got really drunk and then what if he's like fallen over on the way home and then what if someone's bashed him and blah, blah, blah. And then I didn't even know he'd even got home because I didn't hear him. So then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, he's here.
Yeah, no one died.
And then I was just like, why would I even think like that? And sometimes I say to my mum, my sister, if my phone's like in the basket of my pram and my handbag's there, I think someone's going to run past and pick it up.
That's like my entire thought my whole life.
Yeah. And I'm just like, why do I have these thoughts? Sometimes
it's just intrusive thoughts. It's like I thought my house was going to burn down. I was like laying in bed. I was like, oh my God, what if my house burns down? Like, what if I didn't turn the stove off? I better go. And then I got up, checked the stove. And then I had just this thought that my kids were all kidnapped. And then I got up and had to like look in all their rooms. I'm like, okay, everyone's okay.
It's so bizarre. I have heard a lot about postpartum intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Like the postpartum rage.
Oh, like what?
Like you just have
harming
like
your baby.
Yes, but it's a thought. You don't not doing it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, imagine if I just did this.
Yeah, but you're only thinking, and I've seen it spoken a tiny little bit on TikTok, because no one's has the balls to actually come forward and say,
totally,
I had raging thoughts about my baby.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you get it, yeah? Like I'm like, when you are sleep deprived, sleep deprivation literally causes so much. I don't even know what the word is. Like it can cause your intrusive thoughts. It can cause your mood to just be so depleted. Like some days you just think, how can I just keep going on?
Yeah, I know.
Like
I know, like it's like hormones mixed with sleep deprivation.
Oh,
and it's and just so much change all of a sudden.
So
I
much.
think that's where you can get that rage, and then you have like this resentment towards
so
the
much
person,
resentment,
like your partner, as well. And then sometimes it can be formed to your baby.
Yeah.
And channeled towards your baby, and it's hard, and people don't really talk about it. I've seen someone post and that she said like, I just swore at my baby.
Yeah.
And
to get it out.
Not like to just get it to go to sleep, like why won't you go to sleep, and just like swearing at it. But I think it's a common thing. I didn't think the topic would go here, but there's people that like shake their baby as well.
Yeah.
And that is just that inner rage.
Yeah, the rage. Yeah. But I can fully understand how people could get to that stage.
Totally.
Like I'm not going to shame anyone on here, because I'm like, when you're sleep deprived, hormonal and in a rage, like you just in a place, and you come out of it and you think, what the fuck was I thinking?
And then you feel guilty for thinking
so
anything.
guilty.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it's a bit of a cycle, I guess.
Yeah. I get it. Not that I'm sleep deprived right now, but like, you know, with your kids, like your toddlers, and you're just like, I actually just want to throw you through the wall. I won't, but I won't.
But I won't. Like that's not appropriate.
No.
But in my head I'm thinking, oh,
I could just
yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's like similar, like that rage of.
If you're ever arguing with Mitch, do you take it out on your kids? Because I find I do this if I'm in an argument with Aaron and I want to kill him, and just say he's not at home, and I've just had an argument with him over the phone or something.
Yeah,
I'm then really grumpy to the kids. I'm just like, just answer my back, Josh.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think if we've had some form of argument, or like he hasn't done something that's annoyed me or whatnot,
probably not emptying the dishwasher,
I'll like be so nice to the kids to show that I'm like such a good, nice mum.
Oh,
and they're getting my niceness, and he's just not getting my niceness.
Oh no.
Like he's getting like the cold side of me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, come on, kids, everyone sit with mum.
Oh, like if he's still in the room, you'll be like really nice to the kids.
Yeah.
Do you ever talk to? Oh no, you don't like it when he talks through the kids to you.
Oh no, well we do that.
Yeah.
Everyone does that, surely.
I get like really grumpy at like the world.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm in an argument with Aaron, I could stab everyone.
We don't argue though. I know that's really hard to. We bicker. Don't get me wrong. We absolutely bicker. But we don't really have big arguments.
Yeah.
Because he goes to work.
Yeah.
I stay home.
And that's fine. Yeah.
Like I'll message him and say the kids are doing my nutting and whatever. I'll be like, oh, there's times where you need to help me by like doing certain things. But I just don't think we have arguments.
Aaron and I went through like a few months. I'm like, we haven't like had an argument in ages.
Yeah.
And then we go through times when I'm like, I could.
What do you call an argument though? Like what's an argument
like
compared to like a bicker, if you know what I mean?
Just like being like, you're wrong. Like, no, I didn't do that. I did it this way. Rah, rah. Like an argument where a voice is raised.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That. So I don't know.
Maybe we do.
I turn on everyone.
But I'm trying to figure out like a reason why I would raise my voice, like as opposed to just like a bicker where I'm like, you've just pissed me off and I'm just going to walk away now.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot.
I never used to be able to argue. Like if Aaron and I had one argument, I'd probably like go cry for like 4 days.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I can argue with him, and you're like, well, this can only go on for so long because we've got 3 kids. Like,
yeah.
So the next question is, like, so what should I make for dinner?
Yeah. Can you go change that nappy, or can you go like deal with the kids?
Yeah. And then she's just like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, this happened to that. Like that's what it's just like now. It's so funny. Yeah. I remember actually once I was at a function and I was angry at Aaron, And my friend Leo goes to me, she's like, you guys will be okay. She was so drunk. She's like, you guys will be fine. It's fine. And I'm like, I know. We're married. We've got 3 kids. Like, I'm just angry at him right now. And she brought it up to me the other day because she was just like, I still feel like an idiot for saying that. Like,
it.
Of course you're fine.
Yeah,
yeah.
like you're not about to split up.
Yeah.
Your relationship's not on the line.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway. So that's.
Sorry, I was just thinking about something and I'm like, I just don't know if I'm ready to talk about it yet. Maybe on the next episode.
Keep that train of thought though, in case like you forget, write it down or something so you don't forget it, because now I'm like, what were you going to talk about?
That time that I got really drunk and I was so hungover and it stopped me from getting so drunk all the time now.
Oh.
Anyway.
Do we have time to dive into it?
No, I'm not sure I'm ready to admit to it yet.
Okay.
I didn't do anything bad. Just putting it out there. But
When
it just
was it?
scarred me. When we had our date night.
Oh, that's nothing. Unless you've done something that you haven't told me that you've done. What's
What, when I
so
left
bad
him in
about
town?
getting drunk?
When I left him in town and got an
Who
Uber
cares?
home
You just
myself.
went straight home.
Yeah, but without him, he was getting a kebab. What was wrong with me? I have no recollection of it.
Okay. Why wouldn't you get a kebab as well?
My thought exactly. I said to him, were you pissing me off?
Like,
Because like A, I always get a kebab,
yeah.
and B, like why am I getting into an Uber on my own? And he's like, I just don't know.
Sometimes you can phantom. Like, remember, where were we? Oh, it was at Kirsty's house, her engagement
Oh, yeah, and I
party
just
thing.
disappeared.
And you just disappeared. And then your
Yeah.
sister called me and she's like, where's Demi? I'm like, I don't know. She's just
Yeah.
gone.
I think maybe because when you get to a stage of being so drunk, it's like I just need to get home.
Yeah. But, and like, that's,
We'd had a date night, right?
yeah.
I'll set the scene. We'd
Okay,
had
so
the
we're getting
nicest
into it.
day. We got up to 4 o'clock. We had a few cocktails. Then at 6 o'clock, dinner booking. We did a feed me thing with paired wines. And Mitch was thirsty, and I'm usually the thirsty one and not him.
Yeah.
And I was trying to keep up with him. We went back to champagne to white to red. Like I'm already fucked. And then we had 2 cocktails before we left.
Yeah.
Then he's like, let's go into town. 9 o'clock we went into town. So we're sitting at Sailor's Rest in the corner, basically on our own. And then
Sounds like a hoot.
somehow we ended up close to the DJ.
Oh, somehow. Every time I've ever been with you anywhere, you're always, wherever the,
The
DJ,
DJ.
is, then there's
Well, we were just
Demi.
kind of like, all right, it's time to like dance. This is how drunk we were. And these
no one
kids
else
were
on the
like,
dance floor?
there were some kids. They were like, were you guys in the corner over there on a first date? And I was like, no, we're married with 4 kids. They were like, this is so cool. You guys are the best. Like,
Oh my goodness.
and I don't remember leaving. We apparently went to Lammy's, which I had no recollection of until Mitch said it to my brother the next day. I was like, oh my God, did we go to Lammy's? And I was in the doghouse for leaving him in Uber. He had no wallet and his phone was dead.
But he wouldn't have been angry for you that long. Like, for how long was he angry at you for?
He slept in another room.
Oh,
He was so mad.
really?
He was like sending me voice messages from his Apple Watch while he was walking home. Like, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Oh my goodness.
And then he wasn't angry enough to not have sex with me when he got home.
That's what I was trying to get out of you. That's why I was like,
But then he went and slept in another room and
I was
I'm
like,
like,
how long was he angry for?
yeah. And then in the morning I was just like, no, it didn't last very long. But my back, like from then onwards, I'm like, it scared me so much that I had no recollection of it. But I wasn't blind drunk, like falling over on the ground, blind
Yeah.
drunk or sloppy. I just
You
can't
hate not
remember it.
remembering.
Like,
That's
I
scary.
can't-
That
it's-
blackout.
It's like a blackout, but I'm
Yeah.
not blacked out on the floor.
No, you're not sloppy.
Like that, because Mitch was like, there was a Brisbane players' wedding there. So we started seeing like players that used to play at Geelong.
yeah.
And I have like glimpses of seeing them. He's like, we just like hugged and danced and stuff. So I wasn't like wipeout drunk where he's carrying me out of Lammy's.
Which that I'd probably be like,
Say,
that'd be
that's
scarring.
embarrassing. It's scary.
Yeah.
But this was
you
scary because I
weren't.
couldn't remember it.
Yeah. But if you're fine, then just it's a win. But I get like that. I'm so afraid of getting like that blackout drunk
Yeah.
because it's.
I'm afraid too, but I still do it.
See,
What is wrong with me?
Actually, don't. Except now, I probably will. 'cause
And I
I've just
don't
said
mean to. It's a complete and utter accident.
We've spoken about this. Like,
we
you
have.
get to a point where you're like, I'm just going to keep drinking, and I get to a point where I'm like, actually,
I don't have an off button.
yeah,
I need
my
an
off
off button.
my off button's too big. It's just like off on. Like,
Mine is
on's
the
like
complete
this
and
little-
utter opposite. I'm
Yeah.
like, should we just get another drink? Because I love it. It's just so fun. Like I'm just having so much fun.
It's just so much liquid. Like it's just, I'm like, and then I'm bloated.
Well,
and
don't
I-
eat so much when you drink.
No. This is another thing. People are like, I just can't eat when I drink. I'm like, I can't.
Oh,
drink when
that's
I
dangerous.
eat.
I
can't do that.
I think that's worse
Trait.
for a hangover for everything.
I can't help it. If I start drinking, I'm like, where are the party pies?
That's why I couldn't
Give me
believe
a
I didn't get the kebab. Like, what is wrong with me? That's so unlike me. Anyway, that really scarred me. I woke up in the morning. I couldn't fathom my life. I had the worst hangover. I vomited 5 times. And I haven't actually been that drunk since. And this was in November, guys, and we're nearly in February.
The last time I was that drunk, and then the next day I vomited up because I had to clean up Valerie's
with
poo.
me.
And Aaron filmed me. I was in my undies and I vomited up like orange juice and everything. This is with Demi. And then he sent the video to you and Mitch. And I was like, are you joking?
This was so long ago.
That's the last time I've been that drunk.
When you first moved into Geelong.
2 years ago. So this is that's the last time I've been that drunk.
Yeah, so you've learned from your mistakes. I can't learn.
I've been drunk since.
I'm like prepping myself for a wedding and a recovery day this week, and I'm like, all right, I need to pack hydrolytes, Nurofen, because I just know what I'm like.
Do you know what I've narrowed it down to for me? I can get drunk if I'm in like, I feel more comfortable getting drunk more now like at a house. If it was all people I know.
Yeah.
Like I can get drunk.
Yeah.
Happily. And I'm
fine. You got drunk at Kirsty's engagement.
Yeah, I know. But like not until the end when it was just like my high school friends essentially.
Yeah.
So, and that was like an enclosed environment where I feel really like safe. So,
whereas I can just get drunk with Mitch and me. So
yeah, no,
what's wrong with me?
Feel like, no, but that's fine.
We're out in public.
Well, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But the point is like I have to really try to be really drunk out in public with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas back in my heyday, I like passed out all around Europe. And then I'm like, is this a deficiency in vitamins?
Yeah, that's what you tried to tell me. Then I tried to look it up to see if I was deficient in vitamins because I lose my memory. But sometimes I lose my memory too, and she's like, you weren't even drunk. Like,
yeah.
And I think the same thing too. I'm like, I actually wasn't even that drunk last night.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
I just can't remember getting home.
You know what I find like is that this is the last thing I'm going to say on the topic. When you realise you're drunk, like sometimes you're like, you don't realise you're drunk and then you go to the toilet and you're like.
I'm so drunk.
I'm so drunk.
I wish that happened to me more often though, because maybe I'd be like, okay, Demi, stop drinking.
Yeah.
Not like, should we go get a shot? What's wrong with me? Okie doke.
Is that a wrap for Ep 1?
That is a wrap for Ep1.
Season 3. Mr. Mum's Pod.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube now.
We're trying to like upload the videos to everything.
So this will be fun because I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah. We'll try. We'll give it a whirl.
And we want feedback. We need like people to message us. If you're listening to this and you want to hear more of something, please let us know. Because like we want to know what to talk about too. Like I really want things more structured this year.
I want to get another
and structured.
Instagram.
I mean, like if you want to talk to us about sleep training, hypothetically, or like introducing a bottle, that's just a more specific topic.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still we're still going to give our stories and chit chat,
business updates, life,
but anyway,
general whatever. But yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Same.
Right. Bye everyone.
Bye. That's a wrap on another Mr. Mum's Ep.
If you find yourself with a spare 2 seconds, we'd really appreciate a rating or a review to help new listeners find our podcast.